Now on the CTV News at 5, a break in a notorious drug house murder.
It turned to an altercation, and where one person ended up to be seriously stabbed, another person ended up to be dead. It's very tragic.
Now police search for a woman they say is on the run. Calgary's next boon.
It's kind of its own world in Calgary, which is, I'm glad to be back here. It's such a positive city.
Experts predict a jobs explosion in 2012. And what do you drive? Find out if it's the most stolen vehicle in the country.
CTV News with Jocelyn Laidlaw.
Good afternoon. Calgary police have made an arrest in a murder at a notorious drug house. On November 20th, Norman Andrews was found dead at the house in Killarney. Police believe the 47-year-old died after a fight broke out in the home. Jeffrey Langdon was found on the street with serious stab wounds, but he has since recovered. And last night, police arrested him at a home in the Northeast. The 42-year-old is now charged with second-degree murder.
This situation involves a group of friends who have been friends for several years. It's very unfortunate that an argument started, it turned to an altercation, and where one person ended up to be seriously stabbed, another person ended up to be dead. It's very tragic.
Tonight, police are searching for a woman they believe also took part in that fight. 42-year-old Michelle Lee Adams, known as Missy, is wanted for aggravated assault. Police believe she's the one who stabbed Langdon, and they say they need the public's help to find her.
We've been looking for Michelle Adams for some time, and we're having a very difficult time locating her. So we are hoping for the public's assistance with that part of it.
Now, if you know where Adams is, you can call police or Crime Stoppers. A Calgary jury is deliberating the fate of a young man charged with killing a teen outside a bar in Olds. Jeffrey Lynon is charged with second-degree murder in the hit-and-run death of 18-year-old Nicholas Byer. After deliberating for a while, the jury came back today and asked for a transcript of the testimony of Lynon's girlfriend. She was a passenger in his truck when it plowed into a group of people at the Texas Mickey Bar in Olds. A judge has instructed the jury to either find Lynon guilty of second-degree murder or manslaughter. We'll have more on the deliberations coming up on our news at 6. Police have identified the young man killed in a crash Monday morning. 21-year-old Brock Mackenzie Thompson died after he lost control of his car and slammed into a pole on Deerfoot Trail near Airport Trail. The engine was torn out by the impact and thrown 30 meters. Emergency crews used the jaws of life to get Thompson out of the wreckage, but he was already dead. Police aren't sure why he lost control. David, you needed a microscope to see them, but there were a few flakes at some point today, and I know there's more on the way.
A little bit more, too. I'm not sure Calgary's going to get a whole lot of snow, but there will be some flurries tomorrow. The foothills, on the other hand, could get a fairly significant amount of snowfall during the day tomorrow. Radar showing some snow still hanging around both north and southeast of the city. It's been there through much of the day today. Little pockets of snow here and there. However, the snow will become a little bit more widespread as we get into tomorrow. -4, cloudy right now in the city. Wind is from the north at 5 kilometers an hour. Tonight will go down to -8 under a partly cloudy sky. Wind will stay light tonight, and tomorrow there is a chance of flurries. Doesn't look like it'll be heavy snow at this point, maybe just enough to become a nuisance. Tomorrow's afternoon temperature somewhere around -3. Then we get up above zero for the rest of the week, and we'll talk about that later in the program.
All right, thanks, David. Another big sign that the economy is turning around. A survey of employers shows many are planning to hire staff next year, especially in Calgary. The hiring climate survey conducted by the Manpower Group indicates 22% of Calgary employers intend to hire in the next quarter. 72% plan to maintain their current staffing levels. Only 3% expect to cut staff. That works out to a net employment growth of 19%. And that means people looking for work, including a group attending a job interview workshop today, should have a much easier time landing a position. Across the country, the news is best in the West. The national numbers are about a third lower than Calgary's.
The trend in Western Canada is above the trends that we're seeing in other parts of the country, including Quebec, Ontario, and the Atlantic.
Now, Reg Hampton has been working on the story. He joins us now. So, Reg, where is this economic growth coming from?
Well, Jocelyn, the Manpower Group says the mining sector is expecting the biggest growth. And in Alberta, mining includes the oil sands projects. Manufacturing will also see more jobs. And the services sector will also be hiring more people. We spent some time today at Creation Republic, which is a branding and design company. And that's certainly the case there, that they intend to hire more people. In fact, by the end of next year, they expect to have 3 times the staff they have now. Paul Puzanowski, who operates Creation Republic with his sister Kaylee, says there is a real sense of optimism right now.
Personally, I have noticed a difference in Calgary, especially. I had a franchise in Manitoba before, and there's a bit of a boom there, but it's not quite the same as in Calgary here. It's kind of its own world in Calgary, which is I'm glad to be back here. It's such a positive city.
And interestingly, the numbers are even stronger to the north of us. 35% of Edmonton employers are planning to hire more staff.
All right, thanks, Reg.